All right, now this is the final video in a series I've been recording about playing the basics and practicing them until you can execute them flawlessly. I think I've made this is probably video number 6 now. I had thought about 5 videos, but I included a bonus in there, so I think we got 6. And today we're going to talk about articulation. What the heck is articulation, you ask? Well, it's the way we separate notes, the way we define notes, the way that we make sounds with a saxophone using our breath and our tongue. Tongues? No, tongue. Each of you has one tongue, but tongues plural for all of you. Okay, so anyway, articulation. Now, a lot of my introductory students will come in and just huff out the notes and not use any tongue action. We're going to change all that. Unless your first name is Stan and your last name is Getz, that ain't happening. I'll get back to that though, because there is a time when it does. All right, so look. This is what I hear from a lot of introductory level students. No. And it's if you cement that into your style, you're just picking up the horn and starting out, and you're kind of, maybe learning off YouTube or you've played before. This is a habit that you can cement that is so hard to undo. We're going to use our tongue. Exactly. And I want you to think about how you would use your tongue if you were to pronounce ta, or tt, or tu. Tu is kind of nice because it loosens up, the lower part of your mandible here, your jaw. But tt and ta can tend to work out very well. We'll get to the in a minute, okay? But ta, tt, or tu. Can you all do that with me together? Ta, tt, tu. Okay, so you know what your tongue does is it touches kind of the roof of your mouth right behind your teeth, doesn't it? Ta, tt, tu, okay? And that's exactly what I want you to think about when you stick the mouthpiece in your mouth, and now the reed becomes technically the roof of your mouth. You're going to tongue that start of that note and make it nice and clean. Let's do ta. I wish I could be a little camera inside my mouth so you can see my tongue hitting the reed there. That's a concept that is you either kind of get it or you don't, and it's so hard to teach. And I don't. All I can do is just the best I can do here. So ta, stick that. Your turn, and you need to sound like me. Go ahead. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta. Are you getting the idea? Let's try TT on the same note. Kind of sounds the same, doesn't it? Not much different. Now, when we play legato, which is a smoother attack on the front end of the note, we can the, all right? The, same note. All right, so tonguing is really critical. Many of you, I'm sure, are very good at it, but some of you are emerging. You've just got a horn, or you've just got returning to the horn, and it's an issue for you. If you're having any problems with tonguing, text me. Or actually, no, don't text me. Send me an email. And if you can, attach a little clip of you playing. davegoodsax@gmail.com gets it done. davegoodsax@gmail.com, okay? In the end, you want to be able to connect your fingers with your tongue. That can be a bit of a challenge, so go slow at first. Let's do scales. How about slower? just ta-ta-ta-ta'd my way up and down that. And if it's, if you're still not connecting, if you're still getting that disconnected sound, right? Slow it way the heck down. Now, there's a second element that goes into this tonguing business that I haven't told you about yet, because I don't want to freak you out. You got to push with your stomach, all right? You've got to execute good support, your air on every single note. And that's the dynamic that we want to hear when we are using proper enunciation, which is articulation on the saxophone, right? All right, I over-exaggerated that just a tiny little jolly bit there for you, but I was pushing with my stomach. Ha, 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 ha. But I'm still pronouncing T-T-ta-ta, tu, T-T-T-T-ta-ta-ta, tu, 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 tu. All right, so I want you to get into the habit of pushing air at the same time that you're tonguing the note. Ta-ta-ta. Now you're all looking at me right now going, my God, this is so hard. Yeah, it is kind of hard in the beginning, especially if you haven't got the knack for it yet. So give yourself time. You have all the time in the world. You have me to reach out to. You have your saxophone teacher. Remember the rule about, these videos, not to do them alone. You need a guide to get you through the Amazon rainforest jungle here, which is learning saxophone, okay? You got to have someone sitting there watching where you put the mouthpiece. You read the whole business, all right? Ta-ta, ti-ti, tu-tu, the on the legato approach. Now back to Stan and Getz. Man, oh man, did that guy have a beautiful sound, and he did. And by all of the, I was going to go somewhere with it, but I'm going to change my. The many times I've listened to him, I've not really heard him tongue a note. I've heard him huff into a note, ha, which is absolutely wonderful. Ha ta ta da ha ta ta. Now ha ta ta is another articulation technique, and it's not invented by me. It's widely taught at many of the higher levels of saxophone learning. Ha ta ta, ha ta ta. And this is, again, a great exercise for you to develop the notes on your saxophone, but I still want you to be able to tongue up and down the scale. Hear the difference? How we were doing it before. We were tonguing everything. This time, ha, ta, ta is not. Ha starts the note, ta, ta while you're in the note, okay? Ha, ta, ta. Again, any questions? I know this is all kind of confusing. Reach out to me, davegoodsax@gmail.com. I'm happy to answer any and all questions and listen to your clips, okay? Now, that's a goal, all right? You want to be able to tongue up and down. And there are also techniques in the jazz world in which you want to tongue every other note. That's another goal. I don't really play a lot like that, but a lot of players do. Da 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 da, or like a flat tire maybe. Funk tonguing is an entirely different bag, okay? You've got to get your tongue on when you're funk tonguing, all right? All right, funk's got a hard edge. A lot of mouthpiece, and once again, just explosive breathing on every one of those notes, okay? Many ways to tongue. Uh-oh, here goes the dogs are on it. They just ran out of the studio, and they're going to go bark at the invaders in the backyard. Thank goodness. I feel so safe here. Anyway, I'm glad you're all here. I hope that, you've got a lot out of, this series on the basics, okay? Just learn, practice, execute Be excellent at the basics. Nothing else you got to do. Just be excellent at the basics. And that'll carry you through anything that you want to do with your saxophone, okay? All right, again, questions, davegoodsax@gmail.com. All right, catch you again next time. Thank you all so much for being here. It's a pleasure, and I hope that these sessions do help you to get to where you want to go with your saxophone. Remember, in conjunction with a live teacher. You got to sit down with someone. That's the way this art is handed down, person to person. These videos, I hope, help out. And I was going to say something else, but I've come, it's one of those kind of days. The sun is back out here in Southern California, and you'll find that with California, when you talk to us Californians and the sun is out, our attention span is so short. All right, got to go. Hey, yeah, the alto, by the way. We'll talk about the alto. It's kind of a big change. We'll talk about that, how to change, and a couple of other subjects I have roaming around in my mind, but not today. We'll do them next time. Catch you later. Thank you for being there. If this helps, hit that subscribe button and hit that love button too, all right? It helps me out. Thanks.